called to a higher purpose face the deepest battle with lust. Throughout history, men and women chosen for great purposes have faced unimaginable trials. But among these, one battle seems to be the fiercest of them all: lust. Why? Why is it that those destined for greatness often find themselves locked in a relentless struggle against the desires of the flesh? Today we uncover the hidden pattern that has ensnared mighty warriors, kings, and prophets alike. And by the end, you will see why the very calling that sets them apart is the same force that draws them into the fire. Every man or woman chosen for a higher purpose carries something different, an unusual light, an extraordinary destiny. But the enemy of their souls recognizes it before they do. And so from the moment their purpose is set, a battle begins. Samson was chosen before birth, a Nazirite set apart by God. Judges 13 verse 5. David, anointed while still a shepherd boy. 1 Samuel 16 verses 12 to 13. Solomon, granted wisdom beyond any man before him. 1 Kings 3 verse 12. But with each the enemy used the same weapon, and they never saw it coming. The first reason: the weight of isolation. A divine calling often sets a person apart. They walk a lonely road, misunderstood, isolated. And in that solitude a hunger grows, one that craves intimacy, even if it is found in the wrong place. In the arms of Delilah, Samson found a false refuge. But what he did not know was that the enemy had already set the trap, waiting for him to fall. Judges 16 verses 4 to 6. The second reason: the power of their influence. The greater the calling, the greater the influence. And the enemy knows that if he can taint the chosen, their fall will shatter many. A single glance, a moment of weakness. But for a man like David, it was not just his own soul at stake. It was an entire kingdom. 2 Samuel 11 verses 2 to 4. The third reason: the deception of strength. When a person is gifted with great power, they often believe they can handle anything. They underestimate the enemy, and this is how they fall. The wisest man who ever lived deceived by his own wisdom. He believed he could take foreign wives and not be swayed. But lust does not strike at once. It erodes slowly until nothing remains. 1 Kings 11 verses 1 to 4. The fourth reason: the enemy's targeted strategy. The enemy does not use new weapons. He studies patterns. He knows exactly where to strike. But there was one who fled, one who understood that no strength, no wisdom, no calling could withstand this battle alone. Genesis 39 verses 7 to 12. The fifth reason: the only escape. If you are called to greatness, you will be tested. But the ones who overcome understand this truth. The battle is not won by fighting. It is won by fleeing. David fell. Samson fell. Solomon fell. But Joseph? He ran. And because he ran, his destiny was preserved. Many are called, few are chosen, and few are still overcome. If you find yourself battling this very war, know this: your purpose is great, but your enemy is relentless. Will you stand? Or will you flee as Joseph fled? If this message has opened your eyes, then do not let it end here. Subscribe to this channel for more biblical truths that will strengthen your faith and expose the enemy's greatest deceptions. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Because the battle is real, and the time to stand is now. Subscribe now appears.